AI influencers are revolutionizing ad creatives and making brands millions. Just look at Aitana Lopez. She's completely AI generated. And brands using creators like these are making multiple thousands per month. But here's the problem that most e-com brands face when trying to create these AI influencers. When they try to make them for their ads, they end up with this kind of disaster. You see here, the eyes change, the jawline is different, even the hair color shifts between images. And don't get me started on what it looks like with the videos. See, character consistency is the biggest challenge that brands are facing. And that's why 99% of marketers and teams give up before they see actual results. But in this video, I'm going to show you the source that I figured out on how to make an AI UGC creator that looks consistent, as you can see here, in image and in video, holding the product in a different location. Because just to let you in a little secret, when we use real human UGC creators, if we find one creator that works really well, we typically put them in a retainer because we know that that creator resonates well with our audience. Why would you create a brand new person to represent your brand if you know that something is working? And we know AI influencers are working right now. Just look at Lil Miquela, Fit Aitana, and Bermuda is Bay. They look absolutely identical in every single post. But what is their secret? You can say it's luck, it's some kind of prompting mechanism, but really it's a step-by-step system that I'm going to give you to get the perfect creator to show up every single time. So if you want to actually scale your ad creators, find that one creator that works and also replicate it over, and you don't want to miss the steps in this video. So let's begin. So the AI platform that we're using right now is called Arcaz, and if you follow along, I'll leave a link to Arcaz in the description down below so you can try it for yourself. So we're going to be using the Create framework, where C stands for capture your inspiration. And the most important thing for e-commerce brands is creating a perfect looking UGC creator that doesn't look obviously AI generated. In fact, actually looking at some of these ones, they look a bit too AI generated for my taste. The customer has to believe that this is a real person. We're not trying to fool only boomers, we're trying to fool the general public. And we also need to make it look like they actually are somebody that will use your product, which is why understanding your avatar, who you're speaking to, the demographic is very important. So if you don't have to do that, you can watch this video here. So the best thing that you can do is you need to find inspiration from a model on TikTok or using cosmos.so. Look for someone who matches that demographic and has that trustworthy look. In this example here, I'm going to be using this model as inspiration. I'm going to screenshot the image and save it. This will be your reference point. This is not what we're going to be using directly to copy. We're going to be using this to do the next stage, which is how we actually develop our own unique character. And that is using the R in Create for research and refining your prompt. So here's where most marketers go wrong. They'll type 24-year-old woman holding skincare product and wonder why they get lackluster results. Instead, we're going to take this screenshot, put it into ChatGPT or Claude, up to you. I prefer Claude, but let's just use ChatGPT because it's the most accessible one. And you want to ask it to describe the person in detail and give me a prompt. This is the exact prompt that I use. Describe this person's physical features in detail for an AI image generator. Focus on facial structure, hair, skin tone, and overall appearance that will work well for advertising. Also, focus on the image look, camera, and lighting settings to make this picture accurate. Now, AI will give you a detailed description like this, as you can see here, and this becomes the foundation of your AI actor prompt. You need to be extremely detailed about what you want your UGC creator to look like, but don't overcomplicate it. Sometimes I see people write prompts that are like absolutely crazy, and that's just too much. I'm also avoiding complex patterns like busy backgrounds or distracting jewelry that might make the attention away from the product. The next part of the Create framework is the E, which means execute your first generation. So you're going to go to Arcaz on the prompt AI to actor feature. This is where Arcaz completely changed and revolutionized how we make creators, because usually you just go, you find a UGC creator that's been pre-created for you, and then you run with that. But to be honest, every other brand can do the same thing. Sure, it's good for quick testing, but at scale, when you're spending more than 1K a day on your ads, it's going to look the same as your competitors. So instead, we're going to create our own one. So what we're going to do is we're going to firstly paste our refined prompt from ChatGPT into Arcaz. Here's the prompt that I use. Notice how specific I am about every feature, the lighting, skin, etc. And now let Arcaz generate. And you can see we're going to get 3 different results here, and we basically choose one that we really like. And you notice that this person doesn't look like the typical AI generated person. It looks pretty good. It looks like an iPhone shot. Seems like someone your customers could actually try. Now, don't forget, we're going to turn this into a video and we're going to lip sync it. There's a lot of stuff we're going to do, but we still need to analyze, which is step 4 of the Create framework. A, analyze and enhance quality. Now, here's a crucial step that most 99% of people skip, and that's what separates amateur attempts from professional grade AI actors. Before we move forward, we need to ensure that our image is perfect quality. Let's say the background, the lighting doesn't make sense. You would change that with a prompt, change the lighting to come from the side, from the top, etc. Potentially get rid of any jewelry or anything that they have there. Next, you go into the T part of the framework. Step 5 UI, which is to test multiple scenarios. Before you actually generate the video of this first creator, you want to generate so many different variations here that you can then use and clip for later. Basically, you can click the image here, use it as a reference, and then change the environment, change the background, change what they're wearing. Let's use this example here. I'm gonna go and prompt our creator in different scenarios. So I'm gonna click here on the creator holding a coffee mug for morning routine ad, and let's see how that goes. This one is at the gym for fitness product promotions. Sometimes you have to go back to the original image, click that so you can generate the new version. As you can see here, I went from the cafe to this, and she had her coffee in her hand. And look, this is a better output. Then we have them in a cozy home setting for lifestyle brands. So now we have basically maintained our perfect character consistency across different environments and products, facial features, skin tone, even the subtle details like the eye shape and the smile remains identical, which is what we really want. Now, before you even create the video, what you need to do is make sure you save all of these reference images so that you can use them later. You can do that by just clicking this button here when you have selected your creator. And you can see when you get the different variations, you want to find the one that looks the most like them, and you want to make sure you download them. So you can see download here, and you get the high quality output. Most people generate only 3 to 4 scenarios and they think that's enough, but I've tested this extensively. To be honest, the best way that you should do this is by generating anywhere from 10 to 15 different scenarios. Okay, another last one that we have is E in create, which stands for export. So here we're actually going to pursue the steps of creating our character. We're going to train it on the model, lip sync it, and then here's an example of an ad that I made.
Hey you, welcome to our CADs. I'm one of the natural AI actors you can use for your ads. Create a script you think will work well, choose some actors, and let the magic happen.
You can see how consistent they look, they're talking, etc. And it's almost like you can build a story out of these people. Also, inside archives, you can generate singular B-roll examples with these creators. So it's honestly endless. Now, if you want to use archives, you can click the link down below. But if you also want to know how to make static images to go with your character, you want to click this video up here, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.